Have you ever wondered what the book of Deuteronomy is about? Unraveling its mysteries might seem daunting, but fear not. You're about to embark on an enlightening journey through this remarkable book. Deuteronomy, the fifth book of the Old Testament, attributed to Moses, translates to second law in Greek. Picture it as a series of speeches Moses delivered to the Israelites on the plains of Moab, just before they stepped into the Promised Land. The journey starts with Deuteronomy 1, verses 1 to 5. Here, the stage is set for the book, painting a picture of the time and place of Moses' address to the Israelites. Moving on to Deuteronomy 4, verses 1 to 9. Moses takes the stage, urging the Israelites to adhere to God's commandments in the Promised Land, a condition for prosperity and secure living. The narrative then takes us to Deuteronomy 6, verses 4 to 9. Here we find the Shema, a verse of paramount importance in Judaism. It emphasizes the significance of loving God with every fiber of your being, heart, soul, and strength. Next, we turn to Deuteronomy 12, verses 1 to 14. These verses provide instructions for centralized worship, a blueprint for the Israelites to worship God correctly. Deuteronomy 20, verses 1 to 9, outlines the guidelines for warfare. It details the exemptions granted to specific groups and prohibits the destruction of fruit-bearing trees. The blessings of obedience are vividly illustrated in Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 to 14. Expect prosperity, security, and victory over enemies if you adhere to God's commandments. Conversely, Deuteronomy 28, verses 15 to 68, detail the dire consequences of disobedience. Curses, military defeat, famine, and exile are all on the cards for those who choose to defy God's commands. Yet, amidst these warnings, there is a beacon of hope in Deuteronomy 30, verses 1 to 20. God promises restoration and renewal to those who turn back to Him. Deuteronomy 31, verses 1 to 8, brings us Moses' encouragement to Joshua, reminding him of God's faithfulness and directing him to continue leading the Israelites into the Promised Land. The book culminates with Deuteronomy 34, verses 1 to 12. It marks the end of Moses' life, highlighting his unique relationship with God and the transfer of leadership to Joshua. In essence, the book of Deuteronomy is a reminder to the Israelites of God's covenant with them, the importance of obedience, and the consequences of disobedience. It sets the stage for the conquest and settlement of the Promised Land. And so, we reach the end of our journey through Deuteronomy. This video was made possible by Hopkins, founder of Jehovah's House of Saints Homeless Mission. Discover more inspiring stories and messages at jehovahsaint.com.